So I decided to deal with the mess that's my shop. And I started with the scroll saw area, which is a complete disaster. Here's a perfect place to store travertine tile. It was serving as a lift for my scroll saw so I don't bend my back too far. And it's out of there. So it's time to fill this awkward space with a custom scroll saw stand. Okay, so let's take a look at the area of interest. On the left here we have the welder socket that we need to work around, and then just to show you what's on the left here, this is my mini scrap collection with my intarsia pieces, so that right next to the scroll saw. And so this space is what I'm going to be using, and it's right between the two garage doors. A little awkward. I got some cabinet grade birch plywood, and now I'm breaking it down. Here I am cutting down the sides for the scroll saw station. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to build around the welding receptacle. So I'm going to have to alter my design a little bit. So in this, I'm going to have 8 drawers, and I'm using the dado stack to cut up some notches, and later in the build you'll see how I make the drawers. I wanted to leave enough room for my legs, so I made some spacers for how wide the drawers will be. And now I'm attaching the sides. It's never going to come off there. Putting in the spacers.
Okay, now what I want to do is build a brace from here to this beam, and just so that I keep it stable between these two vertical supports here. And to do that, I'm going to use a story stick to get an actual measurement, and then build a support for this.
And as you see to the right, there's the support. Finishing up the inside wall of the drawers. And capping off both tops. So you can see how I built around the welder. What I'm going to do is, when I want to use the welder, I'm going to pull out the top drawer. Now I'm bracing the two towers and putting on the top. With lots of glue. Now I'm starting to build a riser so that the scroll saw is angled down at maybe a 30-degree angle, so that I don't have to bend so much when I'm cutting.
and putting in a little brace so that the scroll saw will not slip off. So the front end of the scroll saw is going to rest up against the inside of this. And putting on the final riser that the scroll saw is going to sit on. Now I'm going to trim out the sides, cover up the end of the plywood pieces using thin strips of mahogany scrap that I had left over from another project, and just pin nailing them on. Okay, now I'm going to put the back on and the sides so that this is going to be kind of a bookshelf design. You can see the front here. I built the back out as well so that it looks square. I'm finishing it up with a couple coats of oil varnish blend. And here it is. In the next video, I'm going to show how I made the drawers. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.